Hey everyone, today we'll be focusing on graphs today, particularly focusing on recursive breadth first search for an undirected graph. And without any further hesitation, let's get started. And now we're going to perform breadth first search recursively. So the way we're going to be going about this is we're going to avoid breadth first search recursive. And since breadth first search uses queues and not stacks like we do in depth first search, we're going to go with queue of integers. We're going to call this Q in this case, and then we're going to have a vector of booleans to determine what has been visited, what we're scanning throughout our adjacency list that has been made for the graph. Make sure you're also spelling correctly. Apologies on that. And then if the Q is empty, then we're just going to return just nothing in this case, but we're going to indicate our first vertex that we see at the front by Q.front, since queues operate based on first in, first out. Stacks operate by last in, first out. Then we're going to pop the queue. Then we're going to output each vertex that we have visited accordingly, or they'll be indicated at the front of the queue while we're scanning our entire adjacency list. So we're going to do a for auto with an index equal and initialized to the adjacency vertex at the beginning, and then I doesn't equal adjacency list at the specific vector at the end. We're just going to keep incrementing our iterator accordingly. If the following iterator comes to a vertex that has not been visited, that means we're going to set this specific vertex in the adjacency list to indicate true, and then we are going to push this inside of our queue. Push the iterator / index inside of our queue. So breadth first search recursive. That means we're going to have queue, and then we will have visited. In this case, here we go. We're going to perform breadth first search recursively, starting from vertex V. And that means this is going to be our actual function. And this, you guessed it, is our helper function. Because of recursion, it's best to be able to, so recursion, in this case, it'll be two functions. We will have our helper, then actual, calling upon each other. And it's based on principles in recursion. So that means void breadth first search recursive start at the specific vertex, depending on what we want to add. But we're going to indicate boolean or visited, each vertex false, and then we're going to have our queue already initialized as queue. Then we're going to have visited for each vertex indicated as true. Q push V breadth first search recursive Q visited, and then count and L over here. It's calling upon okay, here we go. Make sure you're spelling everything correctly as well. There we go. So calling upon which, in this case, for recursion, this is how we built it out. And then we're going to do breadth first search recursive. So all we have to do is the following: breadth first search recursive, and we're going to start at the first index, which will be 0. For our graph, going to build, make sure it's all good. Build succeeded, and now we're going to run this. Here we go. And it looks like it will produce the same output as what we did for iteration. It's just that in this case, we have applied principles of recursion. And so, yes, this was breadth first search for our undirected graph in particular. Let's then go over a brief overview for what we've already built. So, hey everyone, thank you very much for taking time to watch this. If you found this video helpful, be sure and feel free to please like and subscribe. And if you have any other questions or suggestions, please put them in the comment section. And as always, take care. Cheers. Bye-bye.